Hi, this is Mariah, also known as Mariah Amazing.
And Una, hey. And you are
tuned into Melanin Voices. We're trying to do it as a team.
I hate that. It's so corny. Like,
it's cute. It's really cute, guys.
I thought that was cute.
I hate it. But, you know.
It's okay. We have a new guest on the show, which is Keisha Marie Cole, if you don't know. And Una's trying to implement
visuals. Who doesn't love a visual? And Mariah works in visuals, so I don't know why it's a problem, but
it's not like a problem. I'm just so old school podcast. I'm like, I just want to hear her voice. So
I mean, people can still go to the podcast.
Faces.
Yeah, people can still go to the podcast app and listen to us, but if they want to see us, they can.
But what if they don't want to see us?
Then they don't have to.
Go to the podcast app.
It's dual content.
I suppose you're right. Give people variety. Give them some options. Give them some choices so they can, decide for themselves. Right. I get it.
Give the people what they want.
So we're gonna try to implement this at least once a month.
Okay.
Can we do once a month to start off?
Yeah.
Okay. Once a month. Whew.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyways, we have on the show. Mm-hmm. We're just gonna go ahead and get into girl talk and ask what you guys did for New Year's. Because our last episode was we were like the day before, like it was New Year's Eve. So we didn't really get to say what we were gonna do really. So what did you do?
So my friend, my bestie, she turned 30. Charlie Boo. So we had a party for her a couple days before New Year, and she wanted to do a party for New Year's Eve. So we ended up kind of getting that all together, had like a nice little function at her house. It was really cute. And Una was there.
Yes, I was.
I was actually doing the most on New Year's though, like on New Year's Eve. I had to go and help set up, and then I had my childhood best friend. We've known each other for like 20 years. He has been on my head because I'm terrible about following up and staying in touch. He's invited me to stuff and I didn't make it. So he was like, if you don't come to this, bitch, I ain't inviting you to nothing else. Oh, can I cuss? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not inviting you to anything else. I didn't know if it was New Year, we're being clean
fuck that
and
shit.
okay.
Bro.
But no, he straight up was like, bitch, if you don't come to this, I ain't inviting you to nothing else. I was like,
fair,
okay.
that sounds like,
all right, let me get my shit together.
I don't know what you talking about.
Okay, let's get Kiki the floor. She had the floor, okay?
See, y'all throwing shots.
She's throwing so much shots.
Mariah don't ever go to nothing, but alright.
Right, I do. In my defense, I did go to Charlie's surprise party.
She did.
Okay.
She was there.
So that's
she was there.
a big thing.
That was exciting.
Because Charlie was very, sad due to, her birthday.
Because we kind of said.
Oh.
They thought she wasn't doing anything for her, but they were really behind the scenes doing stuff. So that was really important.
That's
so
so
I made it for some really important stuff, and then
yeah.
Alright, bet.
So when you pull up though, Una called me like, where you going? Because she showed up to the party to Charlie's.
Yeah.
So I had to go with my friend. We had a good time, twerked a little bit, and then and it was snowing. Like y'all remember how ridiculous it was.
I wasn't going. No, I was.
It was so ridiculous. I was like, why am I doing this? I don't even like driving in the snow like in regular weather. But it worked out, and I came back to Charlie's, and we had a good time. Like it was really fun. I was definitely champagne drunk. I will say I haven't been champagne drunk in a really long time, and it was kind of amazing. I will say.
Oh wow,
what's champagne?
Right, I was like,
It's
never
just
felt that before. So
there's ways that you feel like a little bit different depending on what liquor you drink, right? Like so if you drink tequila or Hennessy, whatever.
Right, you're just over there like I feel fucked up. You're just like I can't be like.
I get it.
It's just different. I don't know, and like the way. It was just more of like a chill, happy drunk, like I just wanted to dance. Whereas like with tequila and stuff, other senses get awake, and you want other things. So yeah, it was just chill.
Okay, what other things?
This is mommy moves, right?
Okay, this is mommy moves. So in it there. What did you do, Una?
Yeah, I went to the wait, what did I do first? So my friend had a performance at Catfish Haven. So I went to do that, and we stayed there for like, 15. What is your face?
I'm not 15 minutes.
After he performed, we stayed there for a little while, and then we went to we tried to go find something to eat, but everything was closed, of course, because it's New Year's Eve. First of all, when I woke up that morning, I'm like, whoa, it's snow. Like, it was so unexpected.
So
I guess
annoying.
I never watched it.
She was so mad because we were recording that day, and she was all like, so it's snowing outside. So I don't know. I was like,
I listened to that podcast when you said it, like, I don't snow.
She was so mad.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't help the weather, you know.
I don't fuck with the snow.
She's mad because she is coming from New Orleans, y'all. So it's like,
I'm back here and I don't fuck with the snow.
Yeah,
nobody does.
See?
It's
I don't fuck with the cold and the snow.
Yeah.
Like if it's snowing, I see that it's gonna be like sunshine because Denver's weird. It will be sunny and snowy at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
If you're from Denver, you know.
Don't get
So I don't mind that kind of weather,
Right.
but if it's cold and snowy and icy, I'm not going out. So to answer the question, I didn't go out. I stayed inside. I went to sleep.
Wait, you didn't go anywhere?
Okay, so what happened was. Shout out to Torshan because Torshan invited me to a kickback. She's a friend of mine who lives in Colorado Springs, and they had it down here because they knew people's opinion would be just that, so they rented an Airbnb in Denver, but it was like over on the west side, so I was like, dang, that's a straight like 18 miles away. I don't know if I'm gonna make it but I did get ready. Like I put my makeup on, I like. Plot on my hair. I got really ready and got dressed.
Do you have pictures?
No, I don't. I didn't take any pictures. I took one on Insta stories, but it wasn't lit. So yeah, I didn't make it. I literally like walked out. I swear to God, I put on my vest, I put on a jacket, and then I put on another jacket over the jacket to like mentally prepare myself. And I walked outside. And I seen the snow on the ground, and I literally closed the door, took off all 3 of my jackets, laid on the couch, walked to the bathroom, and got my makeup wiped, and started wiping my face.
Stop.
I can totally see
I was like, no. So that's it.
So did you do like a 12 o'clock thing or?
I tried. This is how the universe tried to play me though. Cause I was like, let me go. Like I was like,
really blame the universe for that?
For this I can.
Okay.
So I'm like on my phone, so I'm like pulling it up, and I'm like, what's like a website I can like think of that's like going to do the countdown? So I go to Google. I'm like, Google has everything. It should already have a countdown. It didn't. So I'm like, okay. New Year's countdown, Denver time, mountain time, and like nothing pulled up. And so I'm like, finally, I'm just gonna count down myself. It's 59. Literally, it turned 12 right when I said that, and I was like, I didn't even get a chance to like count down.
Aww.
But it's okay. It's fine. It's alright.
But you have an iPhone, right? So
I could have done that. Did I do that? No. I could have did myself. I wasn't thinking like that.
Mariah is the most tech-savvy person I know, but the littlest stuff she'd be like, what? I never thought of that.
Yeah, I can make you graphics, I can make you videos, but when it comes to little tiny stuff, I'm like, oh, I don't know what's going on. This year I'm going to do better. This year is a year I'm going to do better.
Yeah. So Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year!
Happy 2019.
That was so delayed. We should have said at the beginning, like, Happy New Year!
It's alright.
It's been New Year for a while now. If you follow us on social media, you would see we already wish you Happy New Year. So
I think we did.
We definitely did. So that's that, you guys. But to end the girl talk for the week, what's one goal you accomplished this week? Like a goal that you
that I have accomplished?
Yeah. You looked at me like, what goal?
Last week.
What's the goal that you accomplished this week?
Well, it's Monday.
Well, Monday, yeah. Well,
last week.
Oh, me.
Well, I guess what's one goal you want to accomplish for this week?
We can do both.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
So one goal I accomplished. What did I accomplish last week? Let me think about that. I got my house clean. Like, that was a big thing. Like, going, so on New Year's Eve, like, that was really it. So that weekend, I spent the whole weekend, like, cleaning, kind of, like, getting all my giveaway clothes together. Mm-hmm. So, and I've kind of maintained it. So that was, like, a big goal, just, like, maintaining cleanliness. Because, like, for me, when my house is a mess, like, my car is a mess, like, that's how I know, like, okay, I'm all over the place in my head, and I'm like dealing with anxiety and like just not handling things appropriate. So like, let me just keep my house clean. So that was, I guess, the biggest thing, like keeping my house together. And I've been slacking a little bit on content, I will say. But
me too, girl.
It's, you know, it's kind of sad. But one thing I said was I was gonna stop being so caught up on how people receive my content and just putting it out there, like paying attention to what people like, obviously trying to do more of that, but just continuing to put stuff out there so people can see my face, connect with me, know who I am, like through this transition. A big part of that, like, I've been blogging since I was a wife, since I was, you know, in a different stage of my life, and I've had to adjust that. So I think just sticking with it, staying consistent, and at least trying to put something out there, even if I don't have like a set plan, and then just keeping on revisiting my plan. Because I have shit written down. It's just about going back and going back and executing. So that's it.
Yeah, I feel you on that. People will say that it's something magical about when you write stuff down, like it's just gonna automatically happen. But let me just tell you, I write a lot of stuff down, and
you either forget or you're not consistent with it. Consistency is key.
Yeah.
And it's hard. Like, so easier said than done, though. Like, to be consistent at something, like, that shit's hard.
I have a whiteboard that I pulled out. For whatever reason, I threw it in the back of my closet, but I pulled it out. I was like, hey, I'm going to keep writing my messages on here.
Yeah.
So I just wrote discipline and consistency. So those are like the big things I want to focus on, like just being more disciplined with myself and being consistent.
Yeah. So, that's fair. Yeah.
What goals did you accomplish?
I think last week the goal that I accomplished was actually, cause I do this a lot, which is like eating in. Like, I don't really eat out much, like, that's not the kind of person that I am for many reasons, but for the main thing is trying to be healthy. So I accomplished actually cooking a meal, because I'll make something real quick at the house. Like, I'll make noodles. Hey, don't judge me, but I like ramen noodles.
Me too. I love ramen noodles.
Me too.
Like, so I stopped eating them. Like, shit was hard as a kid. You know, we all know the story. Sometimes noodles was like your main staple of your diet. So when I became an adult, I was like, I'm not fucking with noodles no more. I don't have to. I don't have to live like this anymore.
I
gotta do this. And now, I want to say 6 months ago, sometime last year, I was at the grocery store and I was like, I want something quick and cheap, like, that I don't really gotta put a lot of thought into. And my kids love them.
Yeah, I love them. I never was upset when I had to have them.
No, so I got like a bunch, because you get a gang. They're real cheap.
Yeah.
And I was so happy. Me and my kids were so happy eating our little noodles. And we had other stuff.
Yeah,
so I feel you, girl. No judgment at all.
Like, she was like, we are like not. You're not eating noodles. Like, she would like cringe when I would like try to reach for them in the store. She's like, no, we're having it. I'm like, but please. And it would be like a little treat thing.
And people are making them fancy now.
I am that person that makes them fancy. Absolutely, yeah.
I was just about to say that people are building businesses off ramen noodles.
Yeah, so I mean, don't sleep on it. But I know they're not the very best. Well, not the one that the packed noodles aren't the very best for your health. So I went 30 days without them, and I did actually 33 days. Hey.
Okay.
Oh, you ate them that much that you had to make it a goal to not eat them.
That's how much I was eating them. So I so my goal last week was not to do that and to cook in. So that's what I did. I usually always cook, but if I'm like waiting for the meal, or if like it's not done, or if it's just like the leftovers are done, I'll make noodles. Yeah. Versus like, okay, they're not done, so let me make something else right away. Versus like wait a day or two to begin cooking something else. So I didn't do that. Haven't ate them. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to keep this up. And if they are every once in a while, like maybe once a month or so, then cool. But like not consistently, like once a week or something. Yeah. So yeah.
So do you like noodles, or do you just like the ramen noodles? Because
I like the ramen noodles. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I go to some of the like big franchise restaurants and try them, and I didn't really like them as much as everyone else did. I don't know, but for me, I'm like a simple person anyways. Like, keep it simple. Yeah. For me, like all that extra stuff, most times it's like, you're doing too much. Yeah. Personally, but the goal this week is to push out some content. I have my first ever sponsored post that I'm going to be pushing out. So that's what I'm going to be trying to get out there very soon. And I know people are shied away by sponsored posts. No, I got to say it. Are shied away by sponsored posts because they think, they're getting paid or whatever. They're not true opinions. First of all, for this brand, I love the brand so much, I reached out to them and they accepted my offer. And they actually asked me how much I want to be paid. So I reached out to them. And then it's not like a massive amount of money, you guys. So I'll be thinking these sponsored posts for micro influencers is like a lot of money, but like it's not. So, and honestly, I'm not the person that gets mad if it was a lot. Okay. Like, if it was sponsored, as long as the person is being genuine and honest with their opinion, why do you care if they're getting paid? So you want people to like not get paid for their work?
That's always been
that's what you want people to do, not get paid for their work? Just
they want to keep on consuming it for free. They want to keep following you. They want to keep coming back and getting your opinions and seeing how you use stuff, but they don't want you to be able to get paid for it. I have never understood that.
Me neither. I support every influencer that I like follow, and they like get a new sponsor post that they like a company they really want to work for. Like I'm like in the comment section like cheering them on, giving some engagement to their page so people can like start booking them even more. Just because it's you want to say you support them, but do you truly support that influencer? Right. If you're upset when they get a new deal, I don't think you really do. Yeah. So, but that's all I have to say, and yeah.
What's your goal, Susie?
So last week, last week.
Wait.
I don't know.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I went to a yoga class.
Yes.
And so that, for me was really big because I haven't been to yoga in like probably like 8 months or something like that. Yeah. And it was something that I was really enjoying, but I just got out of the habit. And when you get out of the habit of something, it's like so hard to just jump back in it.
Yeah.
So I did that yesterday, and it was actually a yoga class for a black woman. So it was.
Hey, better.
And when you go to yoga, you almost never see like another black person there.
No.
Or you never see two black people there. And everyone there was a black woman, so I was like, oh my god, I love
Where was
it. Girl in Timbuktu.
Oh.
But what was it? Because they want to go.
No, it was just like it was just like a event.
I actually know somebody though, who is a yoga instructor. It's a black woman. She doesn't have like a studio or anything, but she does like weekly classes. So
oh, really?
Definitely share that.
Yeah, let me know.
Because she was kind of reluctant about doing it like doing it on a regular basis and teaching the classes, but she's gonna start again this year. So I will definitely share her information. Her name is Sri Ali.
I wonder. Oh my god, I love her.
Yeah.
I was like, it sounds familiar, but I'm not gonna say shit.
No, she's started teaching yoga again. So y'all go check her out.
I love her. Yes.
Yeah. So the yoga teacher she's I think she said she's like an early childhood education teacher.
Oh wow! So that's
wants
great alley.
Transition into becoming a yoga teacher.
Oh, that's
so yeah, that was nice. My goal this week, I would probably say to find a yoga studio or even look out for the girl you just mentioned, just because it's something I want to do.
Like, am I okay like this? I can't
don't
really
think
see
they can see
myself.
your feet.
Okay, you're fine.
Okay. Sit back. I feel awkward.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Did you start the?
Yeah, it's
video?
on. Yeah.
Word, here we go.
Okay, so back to what we were trying to say before our camera cut off, y'all. You were finishing up your goals?
Yeah. So I did. I was saying that I wanted to get back into the swing of yoga.
Yeah.
Being more consistent. That's my word for the year.
Okay.
Is consistency, because I suck with it.
Oh yeah, you put that on your stories.
Yep.
So that's her.
So let's get into Keisha though.
Yes. We're doing Mommy Move this week. That's the name of Melanin Voices podcast this week, the episode. So, Miss Mommy Moves. Keisha, can you tell them like what kind of vlogger you are and not vlogger, but
tell them about yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Well, so you good? Bro?
No. Clearly I'm not. I'm trying to throw hands. Go ahead.
So, I'm Keisha Marie. I am a Colorado native, Denver native. I was, I guess to kind of synopsize me, I worked in insurance for a while, went to CU Denver, majored in communication. I've always loved like blogging, like because of my natural hair journey. So I went natural. I stopped relaxing my hair in 2009.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 2009 was my last relaxer. 2010, I actually went to China and I did like a study abroad, and it was like a 2-week thing and had basically nothing for my hair, so I had to like scrunch it with like jam, and it was still like in that weird transitioning stage. But like during that time I found like the whole natural hair community online. It was still really new at that point, but there were a few bloggers like Curly Nikki, Shelly from Hairscapades, who else was big back then? I can't really think of names right now, but I would like be glued to their websites. Like every single day I would go and check their stuff. So in 2012 I started my Facebook page, Be More Natural, and I was going to do like grow out challenges and stuff there, and I was a new wife at that time, so I just kind of let it go by the wayside. Then fast forward to 2016, my second little munchkin was born, and I had started like sharing more stuff because my son in 2014, when he was born, he was a preemie, so I like shared a lot of posts about his progress and whatnot, like on my Instagram, and got decent engagement, but I wasn't really trying to grow it. If anything, at that point, like I was just like, I don't want people on my page, I don't want a lot of followers, blah blah blah. Like I was just against that whole concept. And I was a Jehovah's Witness at the time. I'll share that. So that I feel like kind of limited me, like with what kind of content I was putting out, with how I was even expressing myself. So yeah. So like I said, fast forward to 2016, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna really do it, and I started an Instagram page to go with the Facebook. And yeah, it kind of just grew from there. I was like taking bathroom selfies of my hair, doing little tutorials. And I was able to grow it pretty quickly, like surprisingly, like in the first 6 months I had 1,000 followers on Instagram, like from nothing. And back then I was like, oh, this is really exciting. Like, I worked with like a few brands, like really was able to kind of establish myself quickly. But for me personally, and I know some witnesses who do create content, who are bloggers, whatever, for me it was just too much of a conflict. Like I felt, like I said, I couldn't really express myself, I couldn't be myself, and I felt like you're forced to be really humble and modest, like as a witness, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's almost like you can't be great. Like that's just it. Like you shouldn't want to be great. You don't shoot for that because you are one of God's humble sheep. Like that's basically what you're supposed to do. That's how I understood it. So when I finally made the choice in 2017 to leave everything, that was when things kind of like really took off, I would say, for me. Like when people understood like I was really being authentic. I was able to go to Curl Fest to get on their social media team. I was able to publish a few pieces on XO Nicole, Naturally Curly, and now I'm one of the co-editors for Black Mom's blog. So yeah, that's kind of, I feel like that was a hella long explanation, but that's me in a nutshell. That's my content creation journey.
Okay.
So I heard you say something about the Curl Fest. Was that something you got paid for?
No.
How do you feel about people who are starting out doing things that they won't get paid for, won't get paid, you know, a substantial amount for?
I mean, you gotta put in the work. Period. Like, it's just like going to college, it's just like going to school. Like, there's gonna be some stuff that you do that you're not maybe getting a tangible payment from in the form of money, but the experience, you know, like that's gonna pay you in the early stages, right? I'm not saying like if you're 10 years in still accept free work, like by that point you should be getting paid, but like in those beginning stages, like I don't see anything wrong with doing free stuff, bartering, whatever.
It's a free trade-off.
Yeah,
it's a good trade-off because it's good to. Curly Fest is a really big brand, and would help propel your brand if you were there in the presence of it. So that's a fair trade-off for sure.
It was huge. Like the content that I created, like even just my Instagram content from when I was in New York, my stories, like the stuff that I wrote about. Like I wrote an article for XO Nicole about my experience of being an intern. Like it was a game changer. Like there was so much that I got from it that I wouldn't have gotten out of a paycheck.
Yeah. What made you want to go to New York? You know, because you have your 2 babies and being a mom, I'm sure that was hard.
It was. I mean, I've been obsessed with Curl Fest. Like, so this year, or excuse me, 2018 was the 5th year. So I found Curl Fest, I want to say, in 2015, 16. So like I can remember just looking at all the pictures, like I have to be there. Like I knew that there's not gonna be a Curl Fest in Denver, at least yet.
Not yet.
Right? But back then,
don't do that.
Back then I was like, it's not gonna happen here, so I gotta figure out a way to get to New York. So in 2017, me and my sister-in-law were gonna just go, and the tickets sold out, like the general admission tickets, because you still had to go and like on Eventbrite, sold out in minutes. Like I want to say these naturals shut the site down, trying to make sure to get in there. So I didn't get to go then. So in 2018, again, like just with me kind of putting myself out there, betting on myself, they put up a post saying that they were looking for interns.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, well, I don't necessarily have to be in New York, but I can maybe arrange things to be able to go. Like, let me just put my name in the hat and see what happens. And yeah, I ended up getting chosen. Like, and some months passed, I feel like, from when I applied. So I forgot about it. I was like, well, whatever. Maybe I'll still try to go. Because, yeah, I was still looking at the tickets. Like, I had Curly Girl Collective, like, you know, the post notifications on Instagram. Like, I was like, I'm going to find out. I'm not going to miss this. And then they had, like, ticket levels this year, like, where you could buy packages. And as a consumer, I was like, oh, this is so whack. Like, I'm not going to be able to afford this, blah, blah, blah. The platinum packages ended up selling up. All the stuff that was just telling me, like, I'm not going to get to go, or I'm going to go, and it's not going to be that great. I was kind of, like, talking myself down. And then I got an email. I got an email from Sharice. Hey, Sharice. Hope you're watching. I got an email, or listening, right? Or both.
No, I hope you watch it.
Girl, got technical difficulty. She probably done checked out. Like, all right, see ya. Please forgive us, y'all. But
yeah, I got an email from her, and she was just, we talked, and she told me kind of what it was going to be, and she's like, will you be able to be here for that day? I was like, yep, I'll be there. Didn't have a plane ticket, didn't have money for a ticket, anything. I was just like, I'm going to figure this shit out. Like, but I got to go. And yeah, I mean, as far as the kids, like, so me and their dad, my soon-to-be ex-husband, we're separated, and we're not living together at the time, so, like, we kind of had a 1 week on, 1 week off rotation. So, like, I would have them for a week, he would have them for a week. So I was just able to coordinate it with him. Like, I knew that they would be with him and be taken care of. And honestly, like, this summer, I think because I was so fresh in my separation, like, it was my first year living on my own, my first year really, like, putting myself out there with creative work, I had to do it. Like, I had to kind of take a step back from being a mom. And it's not saying that I wasn't raising my kids, but I had to, like, take more, I had to aggressively take time for me, you know? So I was like, yeah, y'all gonna work with me. Like, the kids are gonna be with you for this week. And that's it, you know? And it worked out. It worked out really well. I ended up being out there for 5 days, I want to say, or 4 days, 4 or 5. And it was good. I talked to them, but I immersed myself in the experience, like, of just being in New York and being there for Curl Fest, and it was amazing.
Yeah. Well, I'm so happy for you.
So, y'all gonna be there with me next year, or this year.
Okay.
This year.
I'm down with that.
I really think we should, like, do, like, we got it, because last year, Annalise, who has Curls on the Block, she took the Curly Queens from the Miss Curly pageant. She took them to New York. So, like, half of the time I stayed with this other mommy blogger that I connected with on Instagram. So I stayed with her for a few days. And then the other half of the time I stayed with Annalise and the Queens. So we had this nice-ass Airbnb. It wasn't too far. It wasn't too far from the park. Like, so awesome. It was nice. It was nice. And I don't know if you guys follow my website. There was a story that was inspired, a short story series that was inspired. My Brooklyn love story. Yeah.
Mariah's face.
Okay.
Mariah's face.
So, no, how can they visit your site, though? If you want to check Keisha out.
Yeah, I have the link in my bio. It's just KeishaMarie.co.
And we'll put it down here, too, so you guys can follow Keisha on Instagram and Facebook. And I would say Twitter, but...
I am on Twitter.
Are you back on, Keisha?
I'm on there, like...
No, because Keisha do not like Twitter that much.
Not
that she doesn't like it. It's just more so, like, she's just not that active on there.
Yeah.
And the thing is, as a writer, like... I can't not be active on Twitter. Like, that's where people read. Like,
like, you're not on Twitter either. Like,
I have a Twitter.
You know what I'm saying, but you're not, like, actively on there. Like,
yeah. And I feel kind of bad about not being because I'm, like, in the industry, quote unquote. So I feel like I have to be immersed in social media.
You know, I posted on Twitter and... Woo! I don't even know. Like, it's crickets over there, y'all. So you do not post.
It's hard. Like, trying to create your Instagram content, trying to create... And yeah, you could just post, like, one thing to all 3 platforms, but it may not work.
Yeah. You can't post everything the same thing like from Instagram to Twitter. It just doesn't. You can send that little link, but that link is whack. I want to like see something like personalized for Twitter.
Right. True.
But
I wrote one. I published a tweet directly on Twitter.
I'm about to go look. I'm about to go.
Oh, I was gonna say this year, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm pretty sure it was my Merry Christmas tweet.
That's okay. I mean, technically speaking, in the past couple weeks. That's big.
So that's, I guess, revisiting goals. That's definitely one thing, to be more active on Twitter.
Yeah.
So what like keeps you going in this blog industry? Because I know there's a lot of blogs out there, and like you said, sometimes it's like you get out of the habit of putting out content. What's keeping you going?
I would say the love and support that I've gotten from my little audience that I've built so far. Like, I have people that I've connected with on Instagram that have been rocking with me from day one, you know, that every time I post something, they're commenting, they're engaging, and those are people that I know genuinely care. Like, they see the progression, they see, and it helps. Like, I had a friend, so in my stories yesterday, I posted this, like, really, like, inspirational quote from my league, and then I had a twerk break. Like, I posted my little twerk break, and he wrote me. I loved it. Yeah, and it was, I was so nervous about putting that out there. I was just like, oh my God, I'm a mom. I can't be shaking my ass on the internet. But it is me. Like, it's so bad my daughter be twerking, and I gotta tell her, like, hold on. Hold on. It's cute. It's cute, but you don't do that outside the house,
it's okay? Right here with me and mommy. That's it.
Do it at home.
Yeah.
But no, so he was like, yeah, like, it's balance. Like, I like your balance. And he was like, this joy that you have, like, I love it. It's really inspiring.
Yeah.
And, like, for me, I'm just like, well, I don't really feel joyful that much of the time. But, like, the content that and I kind of force myself to be joyful, you know, to be grateful, to have gratitude, even despite all the bullshit that's going on in my life, you know? And I think that's a big part of what keeps me going, like, showing people, like, despite all the shit that I have going on, I can show up and I can share a little bit of myself. And it's not just a selfish thing, but, like, I want to hear what you're going through too. Like, tell me how you're feeling. Like, if y'all are like, my followers, whatever, DM me. Like, I respond. Like, comment. I comment back. Like, it may take a couple of days, but that's my whole thing. Like, I love building the community and the connections.
Yeah,
me too.
I think twerk breaks, dance breaks, however you want to call it.
You're about to start doing her twerk breaks too. Shout out to Keisha.
It's important.
No, I think it's super
spiritual.
important. It's like you said, almost forcing yourself to just be happy, like, and that's one of those things you really don't have to think too much about. You just put on your favorite song and you just do your little 1-2, and it's like, oh, that was nice. I enjoyed that.
Released. Released however you guys feel, sort.
Yes.
That was so nice. I was like, oh my God, I know.
First of all,
no, because you're over there like, you should have put on 9 and 2. I know she's probably like.
No, I
mean, we could do like.
I didn't even hear the music. I didn't even hear the music, but I just saw you dancing.
You just said twerk break.
Twerk break.
I didn't even hear the music because I had my phone, my volume wasn't up, but I just saw it and I was like, this is so nice.
Oh,
I love seeing people be authentically them. So I enjoyed that.
Yeah, the lighting was all fucked up. You couldn't see my face, but I was just like, whatever, I'm gonna just post it. Like,
that's some of the content that people respond to the most. The stuff that you just put out there without putting too much thought into it.
I try to do that too. I'm like, I don't want to, think too much about it.
Right.
That they fuck
because then they don't even fucking respond. They be like,
the ones that you like, you edit and put your emoji so strategically placed in your caption.
Girl, you didn't even use it.
Like, we didn't even write your caption.